a doubt, the most important thing is development. Fundamentals. Without fundamentals, like building a house. If you don't have good fundamentals, you can't build a good house. So we spend a lot of time just work on touches with the boys, make sure that they feel comfortable on the ball in any situation.
It's repetition. The repetition, they're going to improve every day. There is not like we need to skip one step ahead. Everything is repetition, ready, repetition, and that way they're going to understand, do the move, the body mechanic that they need to improve in order to play at the highest level.
Parents, I think when it comes to for coaching, you trust the coach to make the right decision for your kid. Meaning that the coach is going to be professional enough to improve them, to get them where they need to be. I firmly believe in that, and as a club, we believe in development all the way through.
I'd say 50-50. We can give them the tools in the session, but they need to go home and replicate what we've done in practice, and they need to keep working when no one else is looking. That's how you get better.
Ball mastery requires lots of touches on the ball, so one player, one ball as often as possible. They become familiar with the ball juggling, both feet, all surfaces, and that way they can get their head up and see the game and be able to connect passes, and they know where the space is to dribble or pass.
Well, I mean, if we're going to play the style we want to play, if we're going to teach them to be sophisticated, we have to give them the tools to do so. So technically, they have to be sharp, they have to be able to receive and pass and be accurate. Otherwise, the systems that we try to play at the older ages don't work.
Well, UFA, it's a unique club, and we are trying not to cut corners. We are trying to develop the players from A, B, C, D, all the way to the last letter of the alphabet. That's one thing that I learned at school, you know, when the teacher's teaching me, you know, number one is first, then it's number two, number three. So we're not trying to cut corners. We have a curriculum that we are following, and we are using that curriculum. Every month, we have a topic that each coach in every age group has to work on. The drills, we providing the drills for the coaches, but as well, the coaches have the ability to implement their own drills inside at the layers that we want to teach those kids. So we divide it into 4 phases, and we try to work through each phase a month long, so the kids can go from building out of the back to offensive transitions to defensive transition and a final third combination. We are about to finish a phase 2, phase 1, and we are about to start the phase 2. Obviously, there was a lot of work is being done for this past month, and I've been extremely happy actually with the coach's work.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as a young female and coaching, you know, middle school girls or high school age girls or even younger, you know, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, I certainly try and be an example for them and be an example of someone that they can look up to as someone that they can trust, and you know, they can be competitive, they can be female, they can do all those things, and those are skills that they're going to carry on throughout their life. You know, UFA's motto, skills for soccer, skills for life, is something that I try and teach them in how they interact with each other, how they interact with their parents, how they interact with coaches, how they interact with referees. You know, when things don't go their way, you know, how they handle those situations is huge life skills that whether they play soccer the rest of their lives or they, you know, don't play next season, whatever it is, those skills that they can learn are certainly important that they can take to and apply into any aspect of their life, not just on the soccer field.
Well, when you look at those age group, whether it's U13 or U10, one thing that I notice when you go from one year to another is the progress of those kids. You can truly see how those kids are progressing. And part of the reason why those kids are progressing is because we're sticking to a philosophy, we're sticking to a curriculum that is showing the difference. So if you're really into player developmental, UFA is the club. Starting from the academy all the way to our college program, I mean, we're producing every year. But it starts at a younger age where we really stick into a system, and that system is working.
Anna, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Anna Diaz, one of the former UFA player. Right now is playing at college. As well, she is a member of the national team of Puerto Rico. I just want to ask you, what are you doing here?
I'm getting ready for season. Our preseason starts next Monday, and although I've been training all summer, you always want to be ready for the first week, so I'm trying to get on the ball.
But why are you choosing UFA? You can go to any
I grew
place
up
to
at
practice.
UFA. I played here all through high school, and this is my family. These coaches are always here for me. Anytime I need summer training, they don't even hesitate to say, come to training. So
That's awesome.
I'm always here.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Continue
you.
with your training, please.
This is team camp week. It's been amazing, a little hot, but it's been a great week for our young players. And I'm very excited and very, looking forward to see what we're going to do this year and how our kids are going to grow and develop. So I'm very excited. I'm just, the opportunity to be out here and play the beautiful game,